What's up everyone, this is Rattlehead coming at you guys with a brand new video. This time we are going to discuss Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, published by Atari and developed by Digital Eclipse. I would like to start off right away mentioning that if you are blind or new to blindness or are new to fighting games and are blind, and if you don't have the patience to memorize menus to effectively play these games, then don't bother, because it's not accessible as of right now. This could change in the future. It could not change in the future. We don't know. But just so you are aware of where this game stands right now, there's even other issues as well that is beyond accessibility, such as input delay, big time. Some sound files missing in certain ports of these games. Mortal Kombat 4 being a major example of that, and also online. How online right now, if you try to play online on Quick Match, there is some really bad sound glitches going on. But of course, they are promising that they're going to update this game throughout the months or throughout the life cycle. So we'll see how that goes. There's also some online features that are missing, such as lobbies, being able to make private matches and all of that. So it's a lot going on right now with the whole Mortal Kombat franchise as a whole. But anyway, but welcome. If you are new to my channel, know that here we discuss blind accessibility. Basically, we look at games that blind people are able to play and have access to. So in this case, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, unfortunately, is not blind accessible. It doesn't have the basic features that a blind player would need in order to effectively set the games to however they want to play. For the most part, fighting games for blind players are accessible based on sound. A lot of us grew up in the 90s playing these titles, and so we memorized how characters sound like, what the movesets are, and all of that. And of course, we had to memorize the menus, such as how many times I need to go to the right on UMK3 to find Scorpion, or I know that Smoke is all the way at the bottom row on the right side because of how many times you go down, and the menus don't go all over the place either. They don't wrap. They just, once you get to the end, you stuck there, and that's it, and you gotta go back. So features like that. So I wanted to mention, and I want to give a quick shout out to the audio team at NetherRealm Studios, because as I mentioned in one of my videos for their latest game, Mortal Kombat 1, they pretty much set the standard as to how a fighting game should be blind accessible. And they did it like this.
Accessibility. Enable screen reading, text-to-speech, customize your audio mix, and more. Visual. Enable screen reading, text-to-speech, customize your audio mix, and more. Screen reader. Toggle whether on-screen text for menus is read. On. Left and right button. Change. Up and down button. Navigate. Circle button back. Screen reader volume. Adjust the volume of the screen reader. 100%. Left and right button. Change. Up and screen reader speed. Adjust the speed of the screen reader. 65%. Screen reader voice. Select a voice for the screen reader. Type 1. Left and right button.
Type 2. Left and right button.
Type 1.
As you could see on that brief demonstration, the game has a screen reader, or otherwise known as a text-to-speech software, that allows a blind player to go through the menus to have access to all of the options and to customize however you want to set up your games. This is pretty much a latest Mortal Kombat title, the Legacy Collection, and unfortunately we don't have anything of sorts. We're back to memorizing buttons, or memorizing menus, or needing somebody to help us memorize the menus so we can do it by ourselves later on. here is a brief example of what it's like me trying to get into this game on stream. Oh, okay. So if I hear R1, what happens now? Gotcha, okay. Ah, okay, so all the arcade titles here, right? Okay. Yes, it is. You are correct. So the design of the screen is if I do the what do you call it? Right. So you browse each category of games with the bumpers, right? So if I go in order of release, right? Okay. What about here? What's this? Is this the home versions? What is this right here? This is the home versions, right? Okay, consoles, okay, and then this tab right here, boom, what is this tab? Handhelds, right? Okay, and then if I go back, this is gonna go to the first tab that we popped in the first time, right? What's the title for this one? So because we don't have a screen reader, we're stuck to doing things like that for now, and unfortunately, there's some menus that I'm still not memorizing either, because I haven't had the time to do it yet. Especially when I go into a specific game, right? I don't know what's there because I didn't get a chance to go over it with the chat, right? Thankfully, we have sighted players who are our allies and understand how we process information as blind players, and so they're able to figure out how to let us know if I need to go 3 times to the left or to the right. A good example, since now I memorized this main menu here, which we have play, the crypt, combat card, and options. So I know that I'm in play right now when the game first loads up, and I know that right here is offline play, like offline. So now it takes me to where you have all of the games, and these are different tabs that you can go around using the bumpers or the R1 and L1 in this case. So let's say I want to go to the arcade versions. Now I know because of my chat, right? Because they told me that I gotta press the one of the R1, and I get to the arcade ports, all the arcade ports of the games, right? And again, because of the chat, they told me how the games are in order, basically in chronological order. But since one of the things that this UI from Digital Eclipse, it wraps, so it just keeps going and going and going and going. So imagine, I'm doing this, like now I don't know which game it is. I will have to click on it and then load it and see, oh, that's the wrong one. I have to go back. So what I'm gonna do that to fix that problem is I have to back up all the way to the main menu, repeat the process again, right? And back in the arcade version, I want to go to Mortal Kombat UMK3. I already know it's right here. It's the third option to the left, right? And I click on it, and it loads up, right? And it loads up. But here's the other problem. This menu right here is unknown to me right now, so I will have to get somebody to read it to me so I can memorize it, like I used to do back in the back in the late 90s when I first got the Nintendo 64 and I played all the 3D era games, right? So we're stuck to doing this, going back to the 90s. I know we wanted nostalgia, but this is something that I do not miss from when I grew up playing Mortal Kombat. Now that NetherRealm Studios has opened the gates for accessibility standards, then I feel like at this point other fighting games should be doing this now as well. So yeah, this menu, I have no idea. All I know is that once I'm in the game, all I know is that I learned how to quit out of the game. Let me see if I get it right. There we go. You see? I already memorized it. Just go up once, to the left, and then, you know, get out. But again, it's because my chat helped me, as you saw on that clip when I was doing the live stream. So, you know, so unfortunately, yeah, I would say if you're blind or visually impaired and are new to fighting games, I would not bother with this game if you never played the classic Mortal Kombat games. Another thing to keep in mind is that these old games are not in stereo like modern fighting game titles, so it would be very difficult to get used to not knowing where you are located on the screen at all times. So that's a problem, right? So I wouldn't recommend it because they pretty much took all it feels like they just took ROMs and spliced them together in here, and that's it pretty much. And like, of course, they had to do all the technical stuff behind the scenes, but you know, it's just they're using the original files. They didn't go there to like enhance the audio or anything like that, so they didn't do any of that stuff. So yeah. So if by any chance Digital Eclipse comes across this, I want them to see that I'm one of those people that was able to play this game. Matter of fact, I was at Evo. I'm the guy who was at Evo, and I did talk to a few of the developers there, but of course they don't know me like that, like how NRS knows about us. So the connection did not feel there. Like, you know, they're just kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool, blah blah blah. You know, we are thinking of accessibility, but again, I think that their idea of accessibility was all the features they announced, like being able to see the move lists and have access to the boss characters or like the secret fights and all of that, when I'm talking about blind accessibility, you know, specifically for blind players. So yeah, but I mean, a lot of us were able to play these games, you know, with just memorizing the move sets and everything. So, for example, right, I'm on UMK3. I already know where Robot Smoke is because I memorized it. You know, it's right here. That's just here. And see, even my buttons are like, I'm not how I want them to be.
Fight. Well done.
Boom, I already knew.
Wins.
You know? Like, we're able to play these games. It's just, I want to be able to configure my buttons. Like right now.
Well done.
You know?
Wins.
Like, we're able to play these games.
Victory.
I even got a flawless, right? So,
One. Fight.
oh, Shang Tsung. And then see? Keep in mind, I'm totally blind, and I know because of all the sounds of what the game had to offer even back in the day.
Shang Tsung wins.
All right. You know what? I took that person out of it. All right, come here. He's gonna use the AI tricks.
Well done. Smoke.
I almost lost there.
Round 3. Fight.
Also, another thing that everybody's discovering right now is that this game, this collection has a lot of input delay, like hella input delay right now. A lot of input delay.
Wins. Flawless.
PS5.
Oops, wrong
Mortal
button.
Kombat Legacy Collection.
Fight.
See, I want to configure my buttons here, but I don't know how to. I have to have somebody to actually help me configure the buttons. So yeah, again, I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone who is new to fighting games, or who is trying to get into gaming and they want to play this collection to experience the classic games. Wait in case they do something about it. Again, Digital Clips, if by any chance y'all are watching, basically all we need is, and let me make it easier for y'all, just know that PC, the Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and X have a text-to-speech feature, like as you saw with Mortal Kombat 1. So what they ended up doing, what NRS ended up doing, is allowing the game to recognize that there are people who are using screen readers, such as myself, like on my PlayStation. This is my PlayStation 5.
Control center for controls. Game base. Broadcast.
And this is the screen reader.
Notifications. 3 of 12.
That I have.
Silver trophy. Fighting Forged in Hell. Trophy earned. Car. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
So yeah, like if the game can recognize that, and then let the screen reader kind of just take over and do the work, and maybe also kind of look into, we can give you feedback if certain things are not being read, if things need to be fixed as far as that's concerned, like how NRS did it. But again, hopefully if anybody Digital Clips does come across this video, that will be cool. But other than that, I'm playing it, of course. I hope they do fix the input delay. I hope they also fix the sound, because there's a lot of sound missing. Actually, I want to show you guys. Mortal Kombat 4, actually. Mortal Kombat 4. It has a lot of sound issues.
Scorpion.
First of all, input delay, big time though. Jeez. Alright, just for this. Let's get into it.
Fight.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even hear when they land.
Scorpion wins.
Yeah, so there's some sounds missing.
Fight.
I could do the fatal. Anyway,
Excellent.
so yeah,
Flawless victory.
that's where it's there are some sounds missing. Sometimes there's no impact on the hits, right? You just hear them grunt, but there's no hits. Or sometimes you hear the hit, but not a grunt. It's just all the little details, with the sound design and stuff. But of course, blind players, as you could tell, the games are in mono. They're not in stereo because these are the original files. So they're not gonna be able to go in there and enhance the audio, which I was hoping they would, but I guess they couldn't do it because of how technical difficulties with that, right? They're not able to go there and mess with the audio. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I wanted to cover. Like I said, I will be playing this, of course. I bought it. I bought the collector's edition and the other one because I am a hardcore MK fan. So I did buy it, but of course this has a lot of issues right now, like not having online lobbies as well. And I know it's coming, but not having it at launch. And then of course the input delay. The input delay is really bad. Like it's bad. So hopefully they'll fix that, because especially if, people want to hold tournaments and stuff too, So, and they were saying that there's rollback netcode, but that doesn't matter if, like, even playing offline feels like laggy as hell. So yeah, so that is it, y'all. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate it. I just wanted to share my concerns as a blind player, in regards to the collection. I was excited, of course. I got some pins that I got from at the booth at Evo. But anyway, that's it for this lack of blind accessibility for the MK Legacy Killection. So that's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Rattlehead signing out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.